Hi friends, welcome to my class on the paper Global Climate and Climate Change. In the first module, I will be covering these topics. Today's class will be covering topics weather and climate, components of climate system and the interactions of these components. In this module, I'll be giving two assignments. The first one, all of you should submit in this week itself, and the second one in the next week. Coming to the topic, weather and climate are two different terms but often confused or don't understand the meaning as we don't have corresponding Malayalam terms. Weather is a short-term atmospheric condition, just like taking a photo of the outdoor. If somebody asks you what is today's weather, all of you will have different answers according to your place. For example, for me it is partially cloudy, very hot and humid weather. Coming to the term climate, it is a typical weather condition prevail over a place for a long period such as months and seasons. For example, suppose you stay abroad and one of your foreigner friend wishes to visit Kerala and he or she asks you what is the climate of Kerala during May. You are not going to answer that it is partly cloudy. You will be saying the average weather picture of May for the last many years. Maybe like in Kerala, May is a very hot and humid month with occasional rain. It's not a good time to visit Kerala, I think. This is a graph showing many meteorological parameters that vary within a year over a place, that is the long-term means. This one is from Croatia. It actually says the climate of that place. So that is about weather and climate, and we are going into the details of climate. It is a group of components that have impact on each other. Or in other words, climate system is defined as a set of components. Each of them influence or get influenced by all other components. The components of Earth's climate are atmosphere, hydrosphere, cryosphere, lithosphere and biosphere. They interact each other all the time to reach a mean climate, or the mean climate affect these components. First, we will learn about the components of the climate in a little detail, and then you can do the first assignment. Atmosphere is the most important component of the climate system, or we define climate in terms of atmospheric conditions. It is the gaseous envelope around the earth. Since it's a fluid, the gas, is the most dynamic component. It's always unstable due to the outgoing long air radiation from the surface and moisture flux from the ground and produce weather activities. The composition of the Earth atmosphere is shown in the table, which you should always have an idea about. The most important components of Earth atmosphere are the greenhouse gases, especially the water vapor. Water vapor is the main reason for most weather activities. Besides the gases, there are aerosols, ice crystals, water droplets, volatile organic compounds, etc. Moving to the hydrosphere, it is the liquid part of the earth comprising of all liquid surfaces and subterranean water. I actually wanted to add a table, not do, so you have to add it in your note the percentage volume of water in all oceans, in each ocean, rivers, lakes, groundwater, glaciers, atmosphere, biosphere, etc. Why hydrosphere is important is in terms of water. As I said earlier, it is the source of the most important component of the climate system, the water vapor. The phase transition of water is important in energy transfer and weather phenomena. So you have to draw a neat and detailed diagram of the hydrological cycle in your notebook. Hydrosphere or the ocean are the major sink of the important greenhouse gas, the carbon dioxide. Again, draw a neat and detailed diagram of carbon cycle. Coming to the most important point, oceans store and transport heat energy, that is through ocean currents, thermohaline circulations, upwelling and downwelling, etc. I hope you know about global warming. Since the specific heat capacity of water is much higher than the air, oceans store a lot of heat energy which actually help reduce the rate of increase of global mean atmospheric temperature. Read more about it and make an important note here. Cryosphere includes all the ice parts of the earth, that is the ice stored above and beneath the earth's surface, that is glaciers, sea ice, lake ice, permafrost, etc. It stores around 2% of the total water on the earth. Its variation leads to sea level changes. The most important role of cryosphere on climate is its albedo. If the Cryosphere area reduces, the albedo increases, and more insulation reaches the Earth's surface, which again warm the atmosphere. This is a feedback process that we will learn in detail later. Lithosphere is the upper layer of the solid earth, both continent and oceanic, that is the ocean floor. Its role on climate is listed here. It determines the albedo of earth, that is the type of land or rock or soil type or the vegetation type, which determines the outgoing long wave radiation. It strongly affects and alters the surface winds due to the frictional drag. It is a significant source of moisture, that soil moisture or evaporation from wetlands. Dust or aerosols are mainly produced from lithosphere, which has important role in albedo of earth and thus on climate. Now, biosphere is the living part of the earth, both plants and animals, both dead and alive. It is a source of many greenhouse gases such as methane, N2O, volatile organic carbons, etc. Carbon dioxide of the atmosphere is fixed by plants, mainly by the phytoplanktons of ocean. The type of vegetation also affect the albedo values. So here I am winding up today's class. Thank you.